Welcome back to another outage report. Here I'm going to go through the most recent Azure outage. This one was a big one. It took down US West. So you can see here StatusGator detected this outage about an hour before Microsoft acknowledged it. Of course, this is one of the most important features of StatusGator, the ability to get notified before outages are acknowledged on public status pages. And in this case, it was about 61 minutes, according to our data, that we alerted our customers about the Azure outage based on user reports before Azure acknowledged it on their status page. So in this blog post here, you can see I break down the outage. We walk through the exact timeline. In this case, this was July 23rd, 2026, and users of Azure started hitting gateway timeouts, DNS failures, unreachable virtual machines, pretty much all manner of errors related to Microsoft Azure. It wasn't clear in the early minutes where this outage was coming from. We did start to receive some reports early on that it was in the US West region, and so we reported that in our findings. Here you can see users were getting Azure front door 504 gateway timeouts, and errors like the service behind this page isn't responding. So Azure Front Door is the CDN that powers all of Azure, and this has been a source of failures in the past. In this case, it doesn't look like it was an Azure CDN error. It was actually an issue in the networking of the US West region. So you can see more errors here. These are all the types of behaviors that people were seeing: VPN gateway, virtual machine errors, Entra issues, or even just slowdowns in loading and logins. It wasn't every customer, of course, because if you weren't using the US West, you were not affected by this. But you can see here this massive spike in reports. This is what we started seeing at StatusGator around this time. The very first early outage reports came in, looks like around 3:06 UTC, 15:06 UTC. And then the reports have quickly accelerated from there. There was a huge spike. Now, once people started seeing that the issue was being worked on by Microsoft, then these reports started dropping down. But it took Microsoft almost an hour to acknowledge this on their status page. And we'll get to their response here in a minute. But you can see StatusGator sends the early warning signal here at 3:28. That's when we sent an alert notification out to all our customers about this. So we try to wait until there's enough of a confirmation from users. So even in the early minutes here when there's lots of reports, we do wait a little bit before sending that alert. You can always go to your StatusGator dashboard and see a graph like this at any time, and public users can see this on the website as well. Here's a map of where people are reporting outages from. This isn't necessarily where the outage is. This is just where people are reporting the outage from. But in some cases, this outage map, in this case, the Azure outage map, shows, of course, most of the reports in the US, but some from all over the world as well. Now, it was 4:29, so 16:29 UTC that StatusGator detected that Microsoft had acknowledged the outage on their status page. So StatusGator checks these status pages continuously. Here you can see a couple of screenshots of the Azure status page. This was a later update. Here is the update, the first one that they posted. We're investigating a networking issue affecting connectivity to Azure services in the West US region. So this was the very first update that they posted. And when StatusGator checks these pages, we do a screenshot and we keep an archive of that. It helps us debug these things and make sure that we're getting the right information. So here you can see a screenshot of what people were seeing on the Azure status page at the time that Microsoft acknowledged this, which by then was more than an hour after the incident started. And then later on, Azure did upgrade this from a warning into a critical. This was later on, so you can see they've got a little bit more information here, including the impacted services, which included quite a lot: API management, application gateway, Azure AD, B2C, Azure AI Search, Azure Bastion, Azure Bot Service, Azure Database for PostgreSQL, Azure Databricks, Azure Firewall, Azure Kubernetes Services, otherwise known as AKS, Azure VMware Solutions, Express Route Circuits, Express Route Gateways, Network Infrastructure, Power BI Embedded, Virtual WAN, VPN Gateway. Quite a lot of stuff affected. As I understand it, if your traffic did not go to West US, you were not affected by this at all. But you can see here, this is after they've upgraded the incident. Now, of course, StatusGator allows you to filter this, and you may not have received the initial notification about this if you were filtering to only, let's say, Azure Databricks. You may have gotten the early warning signal from StatusGator saying something's going on with Azure. Then Azure acknowledged that an hour later, saying it was affecting network infrastructure. And then significantly later, they acknowledged it affecting more than just network infrastructure, but all of these downstream services as well. And this status page here shows exactly what we were able to collect from the official status page. Now, it's been some time since the report. Now we know that it did recover eventually. We've got some insights here in the blog post, which I encourage you to read if you want the full timeline. We have the full outage timeline here for this Azure outage on their blog. Azure has also published a post-mortem now. They sometimes do this for large incidents. In this case, the Azure status page shows a preliminary post-incident review, otherwise known as a PIR. Now, this is a preliminary review. Sometimes they publish even larger, more comprehensive reviews later on, and I'm sure if you are an Azure enterprise customer, you can get more details from them directly. In this case, they published a timeline about what they know so far. Now, it says here that the Azure device maintenance began at 1444 UTC. Now, that's interesting. You can see here from the report, 1629 is when they acknowledge this on their status page. So quite some time between when the incident began and when they acknowledge it on their status page, which is typical. We do see Azure taking at least an hour to acknowledge stuff. Here you can see the entire breakdown. Networking service teams and incident responders began reviewing traffic anomalies. So it seems like they got notified pretty quickly about this. As you would expect, a company of this size has a lot of monitoring. They probably got notified very quickly about it, but status pages being more of a PR tool, incident communication tool, did not get updated till later. You can see here, by the time that they have identified the issue, and updated their status page, it's been more than an hour since it passed and more than an hour since StatusGator had notified our customers about the outage. You can see here then they started to roll back the incident. We initiated the rollback of the maintenance change request, completed the rollback, began monitoring recovery. All services recovered by 1941 UTC. So that is several hours of downtime. So what happens next? They say they're going to perform a full analysis focusing on safety checks, automated maintenance request, change process, and more. This doesn't look like it was some kind of vibe-coded error, as people have been blaming a lot of AI changes recently on outages. They're not blaming this on AI at all. It doesn't look like it was something like that, although, of course, the reality is LLMs and AI are now involved in pretty much every engineering change, so it's certainly possible that AI was involved in this, but Azure is not calling that out specifically here. One of the things you can do with StatusGator if you want to get notifications like this is to sign up for StatusGator, create an account, and monitor Azure as one of the services on your status page. And we do allow several services. Right now, it's 3 services for free on a free account on StatusGator, so anybody can monitor this and get notified in advance. You can also sign up for the StatusGator Chrome extension. Actually requires no sign up at all. It's totally free to download. You can get it for Firefox or Chrome. So if you go to Azure, for example, Microsoft.com, and you click the Chrome extension here, you'll see a number of services that match this URL, including Azure. And if I click it right here, it'll show me what's going on with Azure. You can see a couple of spikes here recently. Not enough to trigger an early warning signal here, so no notification sent by us. But as usual, going to StatusGator will give you a much quicker